Today on the channel, we're taking a look at Shockwave from the G.I. Joe Classified series. A figure I've been looking forward to for a while, probably my most anticipated figure in the recent releases kind of thing. Always a cool looking figure. He was probably one of my favorites back in the day. I can remember being at the toy store, kind of picking out a couple, thinking of maybe your parents said you could take one or two G.I. Joe figures, and I remember looking through them and being like, oh, maybe this guy, maybe this guy. And I do remember seeing Shockwave, and I had one or two in my hands, and I was just like, oh, whatever I had, I threw them aside, and I was like, I definitely need this Shockwave guy. Something about his I was totally into the G.I. Joe, the army looking guys, the guy just the different military looks. And so yeah, but when I saw Shockwave, I don't know, he was the first SWAT team looking guy, more inner city camo looking guy, something like that. So it just, I don't know, it just opened up your your imagination, there could be SWAT team guys now, and you could see guys going into buildings and stuff in your imagination anyways, versus them just always fighting in the jungle or the forest or something like that. So that was really cool. He always had a cool looking look with the, I don't know, something about the bandana and the baseball cap, not a usual look, but it looks pretty cool. He always looked really awesome. And the fact that he came with a submachine gun, and that was a little different too. The other guys usually came with more rifle machine guns or something, so he kind of had that. And this guy comes with some pretty cool accessories. He comes with this shield, and he comes with a nightstick, and he comes with two submachine guns. He comes with two knives, so he comes with a lot of cool stuff. I remember his camo being one of his cool things back in the day, his unique camouflage is more city camouflage or whatever. And so I do have some problems with this figure. Like all the Joe figures, I think the camouflage and the colors aren't bright enough for my liking. The colors don't really pop. So for this guy, same thing, his camo looks good, but it is a little subdued for my liking. I kind of wish it was a little brighter and a little poppier. And yeah. And the fact that it's this kind of digicam, kind of weird, unique look here. I don't know if I'd be able to kind of enhance it a little bit by adding some paint. I don't really think so, because it's digital camo, so oh well, it is what it is about that. Another problem, I guess, is the armor. He's got these armor shields on his shins here, on the boots, and I really just like military boots. One of the things about G.I. Joe's I like is that they have army boots. So one of the reasons I like figures the what was it, the food fighters back in the day, those little food army men. It's basically you could take anything in the world, put army boots on it, put an army helmet on it, and put a gun in its hand, and I'll be interested in it. So the fact that these guys are military soldiers, or even this guy's SWAT team, and they don't have boots, oh, it's a kind of it's a problem. I want military or some sort of boots with laces. And the fact that they have these giant I shin pads, it bothers me to no end. So I will be removing them. On the earlier figures, I would cut them and I would trim them off so it's the same height as the boot. But then I still was oh, there's just too much clutter, and I want the boot to be I don't know, not so bulky. So I just ripped them off those figures, and so that's what I'll end up doing with this. I'm just gonna rip off those shin guards or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, but let's take a look at the figure. So here's a look at Shockwave and his packaging. Packaging looks pretty good for this figure. This photos look pretty cool, and this looks pretty good. Shows off all his accessories here. Nice glamour shot again. Number 105 in the series. I don't know if anybody's keeping track of the numbers or what's going on with the numbers. Probably not. They should probably just abandon it at this point. But it is looking nice looking packaging. Looks pretty good. So out of the package, as accessories go, he's got this cool shield that has like these, I guess, like maybe like Cobra guys he's taking out or something. He has a symbol for each one or something. It's got little lights on here. It's like a wire. It's got a little place to, a handle and a place to clip it on the arm. So it's a pretty nice shield. And then he's got his baseball cap. It's pretty good. And then he's got, what is he here? He's got 2 machine guns. Pretty nice. They got little spots where you could plug something in the front, which is nice. Doesn't come with a silencer, but, or a suppressor, but, and these, the cartridges come in and out, which is kind of nice. So it comes with, yeah, 2 magazines here. It's kind of nice. I guess you can kind of have them like at different lengths if you want. Stick it all the way. Or, oh. It's kind of really thin at the top and then like thicker at the bottom, but I don't know. They look pretty good. You get 2 machine guns, a nightstick, which is nice. I've always been a fan of the nightstick. Big Boss Man. And my dad still has his original nightstick when he was a police officer. So one day I'm going to get that nightstick when he passes away. That's what I want. I want that nightstick. Hopefully he never passes away, but you know, when he does, well, I'm getting a nightstick. Comes with 2 different kinds of knives. They're not painted, but they look pretty nice. And then here's the figure itself, looking pretty good. It's got that cool camo. Again, I wish the colors were a little more like poppy. I don't know how. Like just, I guess, like if, yeah, the light blue is the same color, but then this like digi darker blue is like darker yet. And maybe a little bit more of the yellow or something, but he is a good looking figure. He's kind of got, I don't know, kind of a little bit of a expression on his face there, like he's thinking or something. Oh, he does have that that communication device or something. I thought they had stopped doing that, but I guess not. It's got these painted shells here. It's got the 2 holsters. It's got a belt on here, some little pouches. He's got his little, like, I guess, like bulletproof vest, or just like ammo vest kind of thing going on. See, like, I could do without these, like, arm pad things here, or, yeah, and these shin guards, and even the knee pads, just less, like, armor. I will probably be removing these, and again, yeah, see, I'm going to rip these off. One way or another, I'm going to, yeah, get this off, just so it's not there anymore. So I'll have to take this knife holder off, too, which is okay, because it's, I don't know, it's a lot of bulk. It's a lot of bulk. Let's see what he looks like with his hat on here. Does the hat fit? It does. It's a little, does seem a little kind of small. From the side it looks good. From the front it is a little bit, I guess you gotta mess around with it a little bit. Find a good spot where it looks a little better. It looks pretty good with like that. Articulation, the only thing I kind of noticed that was, you know, mention worthy is he does have the butterfly joints in the shoulders, which is nice. There's like neck movement and head movement, so there's tons of movement up there. I guess there's movement at the waist, but there's no ab crunch because of this the vest. It's got the drop down hips. Of course, the knees double jointed. All your regular kind of movement down here. like ankles go up and down, side to side, and all that kind of stuff. Is there a boot cut? Yeah. So there's tons of movement, tons of articulation. Let's see what it looks like. Begins here. Well, those fit in there nice, and that looks really good too. I wasn't sure if I was just going to have him holding one gun and then possibly remove one of those holsters on his side, or have both guns just in the holsters. I'm not really sure, because I don't know if I was going to display him with the shield or just kind of have the shield beside him. I'm not really sure. I guess this knife goes in here. It's kind of big, but it's sticking out. Yeah, like I don't know if I was going to have him like with the shield and maybe like a nightstick, or I was probably just going to have the shield and nightstick like kind of beside him, and then have him with like a pistol or something. So there he is, like holding his shield and his nightstick. He does look good holding the shield and the nightstick. It just looks good the way he holds it and everything. It looks correct and everything. This is I guess, what is it? Firefly that just recently came out. See, like I added some camo just to make this figure pop more. Like I added black and white to the camo, and like previously, like on the shelf, he was like, it looks okay. But then I painted him like this, and he just looks amazing on the shelf now. Just he's so much brighter, and the camo just looks so much better with my added little hits. So, see, I was planning on doing that to this guy, like adding a little bit this and that, but I knew it was like digicam, so I was like, I probably won't be able to. But yeah, but see, I didn't want him to come with like boots like this, just like army boots versus these big shin pad things. So I will be removing these. Yeah, and then I'll be liking the figure even more. So he's a good looking figure. I do like these, like both these guys with the balaclavas and the camo. I think any of the figures like that, they do it for me. They look pretty cool. See, on this Flint I have, he had the shin guards initially, and I did cut them initially to just make them like more like shorter and level with the boot, but then I just ended up ripping them off completely and just painting. Like there was like a little bit of glue residue or something, and I just painted it. And like maybe like if you're like super close looking at it, you'd be like, well, like it looks like it's missing the shoelaces or something like that. But if you stand like a couple feet away, they just look like army boots because they're like black, and like you can't see like the little shoelace details. But it's a lot better than having like that big bulky armor. So it just makes the figure like slim down, more realistic looking too. So yeah. Well, that's it for the review on the G.I. Joe Classified Shockwave figure. Let me know, are you guys like super excited for this figure too? Did you pick him up? Is he one of your top Joes like me? Is he just like ancillary character to you? He's not too important. I guess for me, I don't think I'm going to be buying too many more Joes after this guy. Like, this guy was the last one I was really excited to get. And I think I'll still be picking them up, but more so like on clearance and if they're on sale. Yeah, I think for me, the line is kind of like I'm kind of winding down with the line. Just, I don't know. I guess I like to get the figures, but I'm not blown away by the figures. And the characters, to me, I kind of have all the main characters that I want already. So, yeah. And I guess, I don't know why, but I guess I was hoping by this point they'd come out with a hooded Cobra Commander, which I know they wouldn't. But still, I guess I just had hope that they would release a hooded Cobra Commander. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I feel I like the line. It's just, I think it's run its course with me, so I can't see myself picking up too many figures at full price anymore. But yeah, let me know if you guys are kind of in the same boat. If you're like, oh, I'm just getting started, I'm ramping up because they're releasing more, or you kind of like, I already have the main characters already, and yeah, so there's a lot of other things to collect. So I don't know, they might just bring you more joy than these Joe figures. I don't know. That's like for me, anyways. So yeah, I'm John Soroka. Subscribe to the channel. Give it a like if you liked the video, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.